What's happening, boys and girls? I am the Anthro Metal, and this is Today in Gaming. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. There's a W word I could think of. I was about to say wicked for some reason. I think I already used that word. Anyways, and yeah, let's go. We actually got a surprising bit of news today. Quite a bit, actually. So we're just going to run down through this, and I'm trying not to linger too much on one story at a time, because there is a bunch to get through today, and we're starting to get the drips through the cracks of the dam before it breaks before Saturday, and we start our E3 coverage outright. So, anyways, let's go ahead and just jump right into this. All right. So the first bit of news is that and I don't remember when this actually occurred. I'd heard rumors that this was going to happen, but Kojima did confirm Death Stranding will be skipping E3. We will not see that there. Although it would be a very Kojima thing to do, to actually show something of Death Stranding off at E3, even though he says it will be skipped. So we'll have to look for that at a later time, which is fine with me if they're skipping it, so they don't have to prepare any type of trailer or any kind of package so they can show it off, and much rather concentrate on the development of the game. I'm completely fine with that. I much rather see a completely fixed, done, developed game then have them go the scalebound route and show off, canceled. So let's wait for that one. The next bit is that apparently the ARMS, the game that has been released for the Switch, is the kind of competitive fighting game where you have crazy different arms and punch each other. It's apparently really, really good. A lot of different outlets have been giving it 8s, 9s, and in the 7, it's kind of in the 7 to 9 range. For the majority of them kind of hovering around the 8 to 9 mark. So if you do have a Switch, pick up ARMS. It's apparently a must-have, especially because there's not a lot of games out for that right now. And the next bit of news is that GTA Gun Running, the new DLC that we had talked about, has a lot of crazy stuff, a base that you can build and kind of, I don't know how much you can outfit it, anti-aircraft vehicles and whatnot, coming to you on June 13th. That is soon. That's next week. That is actually on Tuesday of next week. So get ready to jump right back into GTA and do a lot more crazy missions and stuff. And get all those vehicles and a lot of money. God, they're just rolling in it now. So something really cool that we saw is that Rebellion, the studio that's behind the Sniper Elite series and the Zombie Army Trilogy series, they have published a video showing a new trailer showing their next game that they're coming out with. It's a 1 to 4 player co-op game called The Strange Brigade. It's set in the 1930s, and it's supposed to be a supernatural thing. It looks kind of like a take on Mummy, like the Brendan Fraser Mummy, and it's kind of that era of stuff. So it actually looks really cool, really fun. Shows them taking on zombies, like a giant statue of like an Egyptian god and stuff like that, going through the like pyramids and other things like that. Looks really cool. Looks really fun. And hopefully we'll see more kind of gameplay, because it's just like a straight up just trailer for it, like teaser trailer almost. So I'm all for it, man. They've been making the Sniper Elite series for ages now, and that's always been kind of a really fun game type. Next thing is that Minecraft Story Mode is coming back for Season 2, and it will be coming actually pretty quickly in July. So it should be releasing sometime next month. We didn't get a concrete date as of yet, but I'm sorry. It itches. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Next actually kind of big thing is that Dissidia, the Final Fantasy fighting game that is actually coming to PS4 now. Traditionally, what was that? Traditionally, it has only been a Vita game, like a handheld. It is now coming straight up. I think they call it Dissidia NT. And it is coming to PS4 in 2018. It will include Final Fantasy 15 characters like Noct and probably all of his whole crowd of people, Prompto and Gladio, and oh my god, why can't I think of his name right now? Recipe dude. Specs. Oh my god, I'm going to get crucified for not knowing his name. Wow, I can see it. Anyways, I'm not going to focus on it too long. Sorry. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that, PS4 owners. I really need to get a PS4 because there's a lot of great games out right now, and I just don't have it yet. Next thing is that the studio or the publisher Perfect World Entertainment and Cryptic Studios are working on what they call a AAA RPG set in Magic the Gathering world, which that's awesome. I really want to see what they do with this, because you talk about something that is so steeped in lore and has such a big part in like the fantasy and like keeping fantasy alive for the last 20 years, 25 years, 27 years, or whenever Magic came out, like back in the early 90s. It would be really cool to see this, because I mean, we already got, you know, some of the other Magic games that come out that has just basically been like a virtual simulation of the playing the card game. Seeing something that would bring the world to life and everything, it would be fantastic. I don't know what saga they'd be with, because there actually have been like several sagas they've gone through since, but it's something to really look forward to if you're a Magic the Gathering fan, which I secretly am. And now that that's out, we did get a trailer. It was like a 6-minute trailer for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Looks pretty dope. Not coming to Xbox, so I'm SOL for the moment. And then Everything, which is the game which literally lets you be everything, has gotten an 11-minute trailer that is apparently so good it is actually up for an Academy Award for animation short film, I believe was what the category was in. There's a pretty lengthy, I mean, it's looks pretty cool. Looks awesome, actually. The video is amazing, and it by every right deserves to be so. It's the first time that anything has been done, you know, specifically like promotional material for a game that has gotten this amount of recognition. So definitely something to watch. Just, you know, take a whatever on your break, or anytime you got an extra 15 minutes or whatever, just watch it. Just get enveloped in it. It's amazing. Okay, and then so last bit of news. Some sleuthing is done. Saw this on NeoGAF earlier, actually, from an article from The Verge, and it was that Xbox has published some teaser videos. I actually posted one about they were talking about, you know, their E3 coming up stuff. I actually haven't seen the videos myself. I didn't get a chance to watch them before doing this, but they have posted a couple of Easter eggs and teasers in it. One is clearly a dig at the PS4 Pro, showing it there's a shot of a Ferris wheel, and then next to the Ferris wheel you can see 6 is greater than 4, which is the 6 teraflops better than 4 teraflops of Scorpio versus PS4 Pro. Now, that's not the most interesting thing. It's really just kind of a, ooh, sick burn, bro. The most interesting thing is in another shot, I believe it's on near a stage, shows the sequence of numbers that says X10S, then 1013-17. Now, this organization of numbers is pretty strange, kind of weirdly placed, and the rumors are, what it's believed to be, like internet sleuthing, is that the X10S may be the new name for the new console, which would somewhat make sense, because would go along with like Windows 10 software and stuff like that. And Xbox recently trademarked a S-type logo of the same font type used with the Scorpio and everything we've seen with that so far. So that's kind of rumored to be it. I don't know how I would feel about X10S. It's kind of all right, but I mean, Xbox 10S maybe, I don't know. I keep thinking it would be something like Elite or something along that realm, kind of like what they did with the Xbox 360. They would call, you know, this is the Elite Edition, this is the and stuff like that. The next thing is that going through the next part, 1013-17. It clearly looks like a date when you remove the dash. It looks like 10/13/17, which could point to an October 13, 2017 release date. Now, we know that they are planning on releasing it this year. They've always maintained that, holiday 2017, but we never got a concrete release date, and we probably won't actually get that confirmed until, of course, their conference at E3 on Sunday. So now the thing is, that's not even, to me, the most interesting thing. It was the organization of letters and numbers that we saw, how it was X10S 1013-17. The thing is, now you can't do this anymore just because of all the press coverage that's been getting, but you take that sequence of numbers and put it into Google image search, and it brought up a magazine from, like, I think it was Robot America from like 1980. And the headline on that magazine cover said, "Build this robot for $400," which would be amazing, because right now a new Pro is $400, PS4 Pro that is. If the new Xbox Scorpio comes out at $400, it's like that would be awesome. I've maintained the belief that it would be probably about $500, maybe even going. I don't think that they can release it anything above that to really win people back. People would just be like 500, 600. Like at $600, they would just be like, what? No, we're not going to do that. $500, people like even Xbox One owners are like, oh, maybe it'd be more of a niche thing. $400 would be an immediate, would not necessarily be an immediate buy for me. It would, just because I'm an Xbox fanboy like crazy. I have a lot of achievements. I'm sorry, I have to stick with it. I'm in the ecosystem. I'm entrenched. But I'm by no means like, this is better than this or whatever. But at $400, that would even point to during the holidays of being able to knock, because they've traditionally done this where they knock off $50 off the price during the holidays. They can bring it down to $350 in this holiday season. Microsoft obviously would take a loss on the console, but trying to win that back with like just straight mental points and brownie points with all the consumers for something that can truly do like all the things that they say they can do. Digital Foundry says they can do it. All the specs that they've produced and they've said this console can do it. Obviously, we still need to see it in action. So we got to see games running on it. We got to see all these promises fulfilled. I can't wait for Sunday. I really need to see this, man. But anyways, that's going to do it for the day. Are you excited about any of this? Does any of this make sense? Did you like anything in here? If you did, tell me about it in the comments below. And I'm going to continue going crazy over this. I mean, today was remarkably crazy in terms of the news that we all got today. But, hopefully these are informative. If you didn't like the video, tell me why you didn't like it and leave a dislike. That'd be great. And, if you do like what I do here, just make sure to hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out and just lets me continue doing things like this. But, again, this was Today in Gaming. I really appreciate you. I'm the Anther Metal, and I will see you tomorrow.